ask Yashwardhan Azad is that, given the PFI and the action that we've seen against the PFI, and I'm only quoting stuff that's there in the public domain, they are wanted for as many as 27 cases in the state of Kerala, about 33 cases in the state of Karnataka. There are dozens of cases in the state of Uttar Pradesh during the anti-CAA riots and so on. Is it comparable? Is it equivalent that people like Majid Haidari, and I've heard this from a number of people over the last couple of days, that if you are going after PFI, what about Yati Narasimhan? Why aren't you going after the fellows who are calling for Hindu Rashtra, so on and so forth? Is it comparable or is it a false equivalence?
Absolutely, it's a false equivalence. There is no comparison between the two because PFI has been a subversive organization. And mind you, in 2012, the Kerala government itself, and I think it was a Congress government,
Correct,
when it went to the High Court and talked about the nefarious activities of the PFI. Now, PFI definitely has two parts. One is the political part, which is involved in almost every agitation in the country. And I'll say that even that is a democratic right which is given to them. So whether they are involved in CA or NRC or Hijab Rao or whatever, that's fine. That's fine with me. But the question is here we are talking about three important things. One is terror funding and the funding which is coming through Hawala route. Second is the radicalization. And third are the various camps which are taking place and the seizure of subversive literature and the seizure of guns. It is well known that in 2010, the violence which was unleashed by the PFI against that Christian lecturer, I think his name was Joseph.
Yeah.
And they have always been in murderous battles with the RSS cadres and also with the Christians over there. That is fine. That's an individual thing. Now, I'm not talking about ban here because ban means that you have to actually come on record with the kind of terror funding which has been indulged by the PFI, right? Number two, as far as the action against the activists are there, it is clear that they have been involved in various activities. And that is why I think it is most important now. NIA again is being helmed by a very competent officer, Dinkar Gupta, who has been in the IB, who's been Punjab DG. Therefore, this raid which has taken place across the states have been with the hard evidence which they have had over the years. And that's why after this, once you thread out all the pieces, I would say ban, be very careful. But as far as action is concerned against the activists, just go for it.
I just want to read out something that Yashwardhan Azad referenced to, which was back in 2012. Not a BJP government, not a communist government, a Congress government had told the High Court of Kerala that PFI is nothing but a resurrection of the banned outfit Students Islamic Movement of India in another form. This was 10 years ago. I want to ask Amna Begum Ansari, the greatest disservice that the PFI does is to moderate Muslims. And I believe, and I firmly believe, that a large majority, an overwhelming majority of Indian Muslims are moderate. But what happens with organizations like the PFI is that the majority of moderate Muslims are left holding the can for the extremist actions of a few.
Hello.
Yes, Amna.
Yes, in totally agreement, Anand, that PFI is not doing disservice only to Indian nation. They are doing the disservice to entire Muslim community. And you can hear a lot of moderate voices condemning them as well. In fact, I have shared a press release of Indian Mahats community. They represent 85% of Pashmanda Muslim, and they have clearly stated that we are welcoming this step of the government to ban them. Now the gentleman was talking about the PFI and he was bringing a false equivalence of Hindu Rashtra in it.
Yeah.
I want to tell that person ki if you need to go and check their activities from the 2010. In the year 2010, an underworld criminal Madhur Yusuf was extradited from Saudi Arabia on the many charges against him, some including the murder of prominent BJP leader. He was the PFI member. On 4th July 2010, a professor in Kerala, TT Joseph, had his hand cut off by the same PFI goon only because there was some accusation against of him putting some question which was accused of blasphemy.
Okay.
And also in 2012, Kerala government informed the High Court of Kerala
Yeah.
that there is 27 homicides cases
Against yeah,
against the
PFI.
PFI. In 2010, Kerala police seized a lot of CDs which belongs to Taliban type of terror module that was also belong to the PFI. On 28 April 2013, Kannur DSP Sukuman briefed the media
Okay.
on the successful raid against. And these all cases and incident I am talking about is the before Modi government came into the
Correct.
power. Right, so they cannot bring this fall equivalency by every time there is any problem in the Muslim community or extremism in Muslim community, they will bring this fall equivalency of BJP being into the government. Although the same BJP has taken action on the
Narsinganand, yeah.
Narsinganand type of people, but
Okay.
they won't bring that.
Let me ask यास्मीन फारूकी. यास्मीन जी ये बताइए, बसों को तोड़ना, दुकानदारों को टारगेट करना, लोगों के ऊपर पथराव करना, पत्थर फेंकना, क्या ये सब है लोकतंत्र? आपका जो भी ग्रीवेंस हो, आपके लोगों को कल अरेस्ट किया गया, उनको दिल्ली लेके आए हैं, ये सब ठीक है, इसको आप कोर्ट में चैलेंज कर सकते हैं, लेकिन इस तरफ का जो लार्ज स्केल वायलेंस हमने देखा केरल में और तमिलनाडु में, ये तो लोकतंत्र नहीं है।
जी बिल्कुल आप सही फरमा रहे हैं। मैं जवाब दे दूं, पूरा जवाब सुन लीजिएगा, बीच में नहीं टोकिएगा। 100% बिल्कुल आप सही कह रहे हैं, ये लोकतंत्र नहीं है। प्रॉब्लम ये है कि हमारे यहाँ लोकतंत्र बचा है क्या? आप क्या पूरे 75 साल में कोई ऐसी नजीर देंगे कि इतनी बड़ी रेड पड़ी हो और उसके बाद इतने सारे बूढ़े जवान, उस एज के लोग भी मैंने देखे जाते हुए जिन पे से के चला भी नहीं जा रहा था, और आप अरेस्ट करके उनको लेके जा रहे हो विदाउट किसी रीजन। आप जवाब नहीं दे रहे हो। आप बीच में मत बोलिएगा, मैं पता है कि आप क्या जवाब देंगे मुझे, लेकिन आपको मैं एक शायद इन्फॉर्मेशन दे दूं कि 1 साल पहले इसी तरह की रेट्स पहले भी पड़ चुकी हैं, लेकिन उसका कोई आंसर नहीं आया, उसके कोई प्रूफ नहीं मिले, ना कोई साबित किया। अभी मैम कह रही थी, मैं बड़े मतलब उनकी इज्जत करके और बड़े उससे कह रही हूँ कि आप अगर ये बात कह रही हैं तो अगर कोई एक पीएफआई का आदमी, कोई एक कैडर गलत निकलता है तो पूरा, ये तो आप नहीं कह सकते ना कि अगर एक घर में एक बच्चा गलत निकल गया तो पूरा घर खराब हो गया या पूरे घर वाले खराब हो गए या उन घर वालों ने जान करके उस बच्चे को खराब किया है। थोड़ा सा तवज्जो से सुनिए। अभी इस वक्त जितने भी प्रॉब्लम्स आए हैं साउथ में, चाहे कोविड का मामला हो, पीएफआई वाले थे अकेले। मैंने अभी बहुत डिटेल से क्योंकि बात करनी थी तो मैंने भी सोचा कि इनके बारे में मुझे मालूमात करनी चाहिए। जितने भी सैलाब आया चेन्नई में या कहीं पे भी, सिर्फ और सिर्फ पीएफआई वाले लोग थे जो कि लोगों की जा के मदद कर रहे थे, खाने बांट रहे थे। कोविड में लोग जो कि बेटा बाप को और बाप बेटे को कंधा देने को तैयार नहीं था, जलाने को तैयार नहीं था। मैंने देखा है कि पीएफआई वाले वो सारे काम कर रहे थे।
नहीं यास्मीन जी, ये सब बात ठीक है, मैं मना नहीं कर रहा हूँ, लेकिन ये लेकिन एक बात बताइए, क्या मतलब आपके लोगों को आपके लोगों को गिरफ्तार कर दिया तो फिर आप पत्थर फेंकेंगे? तो फिर ऐसे अगर लोग करने शुरू कर देंगे तो यहाँ पे राजनीतिक पार्टियां तो रोज पत्थर फेंकने ही, मतलब टाइम तो बचेगा नहीं उनके पास। तो सब लोग सड़क पे आ जाएंगे और पत्थर फेंकेंगे, बसों को जलाएंगे।
सर मेरी बात
प्लीज आंसर देने दीजिए।
अगर मेरी बात पूरी नहीं होगी
जी
तो
जी जी बोलिए, मैं आप ही से सवाल पूछ रहा हूँ।
हाँ, मैं आपको वही जवाब दे रही हूँ क्योंकि मेरे लोकतंत्र का, मेरे भारत का माहौल यही हो गया है। आप बताइए, अभी वहां पे बिल्कुल अगर जो कोई भी कर रहा है गलत कर रहा है, मैं उसको तायीद नहीं कर रही, आप इसको बिल्कुल मत समझिए कि मैं तायीद कर रही हूँ। लेकिन बंगाल में क्या हुआ, बीजेपी वालों ने दौड़ा के पुलिस वालों को, जो मैंने वीडियोस देखी हैं, आप मुझे